Welcome to another Give SI Sponsor Spotlight. We're here with Fager-McGee. Full disclosure, Darren just happens to be my brother, and they made a good decision when they decided to sponsor Give SI, of course. But welcome, Darren. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So, well, you do things for the community throughout the year. Why is it so important for that to be a part of the business, sponsoring something like Give SI?
SICF has grown so much, and even like we just talked about, the last year's made such a big jump. It's doing good things and making an impact on a lot of people better than we can do, especially at a not-for-profit level. So seeing how the money's raised and then managed and then also given out is just something we're not able to do, which, again, it seems like this last year's had a lot of growth, and more companies or not-for-profit entities are realizing it's easier to keep the funds with SICF and not have to worry about filing your 501c3, keeping up your, keeping all the deposits and the checks, which is something we did when I was on the Jackson CEO board.
Yes. When
we were asked to do that as volunteers and not being that good at it, and then realizing how easy it was with SICF, and I think hopefully that'll continue to happen to where other not-for-profits will take advantage.
And Jackson CEO is one of 5 different CEO programs that actually operate underneath SICF, and that definitely is. And so during our 30-hour day, we actually have over 100 different charitable causes. And so, so obviously we've told you about that and how easy it is to support 100 nonprofits this way instead of trying to go out and make meaningful individual impacts like that. So, but we also know you do other things like kind of team building and things like that throughout the year to help the community. You're very community minded, right?
Yeah, we try to do what we can, but it's definitely good to have somebody like SICF who concentrates on this full time. Some of the things you get volunteered for on the Jackson CEO board, or you're getting nominated to be the church treasurer. It's a lot of work, but in the end, sometimes you're taking away more than you're giving. And through learning, why you do certain things in your business, being the treasurer or being on a board with Jackson CEO and seeing the impact to make it with all the seniors, even the ones who are willing to get up at 6:30 every morning and put in all that extra effort. And we've had several of the students, from some of the ones from Murfreesboro especially, who just see change when they get these opportunities. So that's just not something we could do during the day. We're focused on building projects and hitting deadlines, and it's good to have SICF and other not-for-profits who can focus and distribute the funds where they need to be. And then seeing all the scholarships that are given out, I don't believe when I graduated 30 plus years ago there were as many scholarships, but it's amazing how much money is out there for people who are in a specific field or who have the need and can show that they're willing to work for it. So that's, again, I was most amazed to see how much SICF is growing this year, but I think it's just a matter of catching on and people understanding. Thanks
for pointing out the scholarship stuff. We have grown, and over this year was our millionth. We reached $1 million in awarded scholarships. So, no, we appreciate that. We appreciate you being a sponsor for many years for Fager-McGee of the Give SI campaign. And so, for more information, please go to givesi.org, where you can donate and support the nonprofit of your choice. And like we always say, Give SI for good, forever, for Southern Illinois.
Give SI is made possible by Fager-McGee Commercial Construction.